Now to that breaking news this morning. 3 more hostages have been released by Hamas after 498 days in captivity, extending a delicate ceasefire in the region. Among those released today, another American. NBC's chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, is in Israel with the very latest for us this morning. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Peter. So this was a release that almost didn't happen. If you remember, Hamas had said that it wasn't going to release these 3 because it said Israel wasn't making good on its terms of the ceasefire, wasn't allowing enough aid to enter Gaza, specifically wasn't allowing fuel and heavy equipment, including bulldozers. President Trump made a threat saying that unless Hamas released them, that the ceasefire would be over, that all hell would break loose, that Israel would invade. Prime Minister Netanyahu said the same thing. And then, lo and behold, an agreement was reached, and Hamas this morning did release these 3 hostages, and that badly needed aid and the heavy equipment is set to enter Gaza. So it does seem like this obstacle was overcome. So let me tell you what happened today, and we were watching it at a watch party with some family members, and some supporters. It was quite an interesting perspective. So the release took place in Gaza. Hamas came out, as is their custom now, with a heavily armed presence, hundreds of Hamas fighters surrounding the entire area, creating a security cordon, a show of force. Then, as also has become custom, a white van arrived with blacked out windows. The hostages were inside. The hostages were taken out. They were sort of not paraded, but they were shown to the public. There was a formal declaration in which Hamas signed a piece of paper saying that they were releasing these three men. Then they were handed over to the Red Cross, and they appeared to be in pretty good health. They were all walking on their own. They did not appear as thin or emaciated as previous hostages have. And as I said, we were at a home of supporters of the American, and he was there. He wasn't there. His friends were there. As soon as they saw him come out of that van, they started to cheer. Some people started to cry. He also has now been reunited with his wife. And Peter, there's an emotional fact here. When he was kidnapped, his wife was pregnant at the time. He locked her and his other children in a safe room. He went out to fight the Hamas militants. They never found her. She was just 2 months away from having the baby when he was taken, so he never got to see the baby. He is now free, reunited with his wife and that unborn baby, now born baby.
You can only imagine that, nearly 500 days waiting to meet a child that you had never seen before. Richard Engel with the very latest on his release and the others released today. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.